Warning: the following broadcast features thoughts, ideas, and opinions you might find offensive. If you're easily angered, insulted, hurt, provoked, outraged, or annoyed, the following may offend you. The views expressed in this show are solely those of the individuals providing them and do not reflect the opinions of YouTube or Google. So please, don't flag this video. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello.
Why is it just me? I was like, Vicky really dipped out. Hey guys, you right? Oh gosh, allergies, guys. Welcome everybody. What timing?
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Good morning, good evening, good night, everyone. Hello. Me doing an intro on your channel.
Sorry. What?
No, it's okay. I'm trying to give you some time. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Does This Offend You? Are you okay? Oh no, Vicky.
We're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If I mute for a second, it's
just give us the hand
allergies.
signal.
Yeah.
And I'll start singing.
Sorry.
And watch your subs drop. Hey guys.
Welcome.
How is everyone? It is time for Does This Offend You? And we got two films today. We've got Heretic and Frailty, and we're talking full spoilers.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Are you okay? Vicky.
Okay.
Oh my god, Vicky, if you need to duck out, if we need to end this early, that's totally fine.
We've got hydration. I should have made tea.
Oh my god, your voice
We're
is so much. Why did we talk before this? That was such a bad idea. Oh, I didn't realize it was that bad. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's it's like 10 minutes of conversation.
No,
okay.
I didn't realize it was okay.
We're good. It's sinuses. It's my sinuses, you guys. It's my sinuses. We're good. We're good.
Okay, if you need to bow out, if we need to do one film this week and one next week, that is totally fine by me. It is.
No, just if I mysteriously go mute, it's because I'm like sneezing or something.
Okay, we'll just sit in silence.
Clearing my throat.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have two films today, Frailty and Heretic. We're doing spoilers, and obviously anyone in the chat want to guess what connects these two films? Anyone? Actually, a lot of themes, and that's what always happens when we watch two films back to back. We're able to reach.
You always find the surprise connecting factors besides the obvious one.
Yeah, religion, power and religion, corrupt. In that, I guess it's a horror movie, so there's got to be a little bit of that. I didn't know what, like. True.
I'm going through it this week.
Very true.
I need some divine intervention.
Yes. If God is real, sorry. If God is real, fix Vicky. Otherwise, I don't believe it.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
We'll see.
We'll see. By the end of the stream.
Yeah, by the end of the stream. At the start of the stream would be great too. Okay, which one do you guys want to start with in the chat? Do you want me to... Oh, can you do a poll?
I can do a poll, yeah.
Can I do a poll?
Yes,
I can. Like you don't need your voice to do. Oh, I didn't realize that you get points now. You get XP for being in the chat. Isn't that interesting, guys? It's wild. I didn't know that was a thing. So who has not seen one or the other? What a question to ask the chat. Hope you guys have seen both. We're going to do spoilers today. Does this offend you if this is your first time here? What an intro. This is our show that we do alternating on different channels this month it's on Vicky, so next month will be on mine. And we bring two films together with a common theme, and we like to talk about the toxic or, deemed offensive parts that usually we would kind of skim over in reviews or aren't, it's quite spoilery, and we like to get really deep in there. And so full spoilers for this. Content warning, this one isn't just death and destruction, guys. It's not that bad. This one, isn't too. It's just talk of religion and
lots of religion. So maybe
death. That's it, I guess.
True.
You know what I mean?
Thank you very much, Alicia.
Let us know in the poll which one you want to start with.
So far, who's winning?
I should probably pick one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't even know.
He's winning by a margin so far.
Yeah. Interesting. We'll watch for a second, eh? Oh, it's going up and down. Oh, did it end? No. It just minimized.
I don't think does it end at some point unless I end it?
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't actually know.
You're having a strawberry daiquiri? Civic, that's wild. That's a wild Friday night. Strawberry daiquiri, and does this offend you? I can't think of a better pairing. Wild.
I think Frailty probably has it.
Okay. Frailty, like Vicky's voice.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah, let's go for
Pray
it.
for my voice. Pray for my voice. All right.
No, I make you do the intro. Honestly, it's better with Vicky's voice than it will ever be with my dyslexic ass.
Don't make me laugh. Oh my God. Okay. All right. What I really should have brought here was tissues. Actually, I did not think ahead.
If I go on my little rant, you can go out and grab whatever you need.
If I do, it's literally just to grab tissue so I can be even more gross.
I don't think you're leaving the house. And
yeah, I'm running. I'm like,
I won't be that. Yeah.
I would never. Okay. So this one's kind of hard to summarize because it goes back and forth. So I'll just give like
the reveals.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Huge spoilers, especially for this one, I feel like. Which I kind of forgot some of the twists in this. So
yeah, me too. I remembered one and not the other one.
Yeah. All right, so Frailty, directed by Bill Paxton, which I also forgot about until this started. R.I.P. Came out in 2001. So like the main story is this like widowed blue collar worker who is also played by Bill Paxton, has a revelation that he must destroy those revealed to him as demons by God. He then begins the serial killings of the God's Hand killer across Texas, but he also has two young sons, the younger of whom idolizes him and believes in the cause that he is doing, while his older son is revolted, but cannot bring himself to stop his father. And that's kind of happening intercut with like present day, with the elder son who goes to the, I don't know if it's like police station, FBI, and confesses that his brother is the God's Hand killer.
Just some fun facts behind the scenes. The younger brother is Peter Pan. Jeremy sumped out. I love Peter Pan. I could knock off 2000s one.
Yeah.
He's
oh my God. Every time I see that kid, I'm like, Peter Pan.
And Peter Pan was only like 2 years after this. So wild. He went from like being a killer to the
Really?
Yeah, I was looking it up when I was watching it. And the younger, so
Weird.
the son who believes in the dad name's Adam. So I think that's quite easy because it's quite biblical to kind of remember. And what's the other son's name?
Fenton.
Fenton. There you go. Just to differentiate them.
Yeah. Yes. Which is like, I found it funny that one name is so obviously biblical, and then the other one is just some like regular
Yes, exactly. Which is it's very, when you know what happens in this film, it's very obvious what happened. Like what happens in it's very obvious, all of the clues.
Yeah.
So did you want me to finish the little roundup, or you got it? We kind of
the summary?
Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of, I didn't know if I wanted to, I guess I could get into the reveal, I guess, really quick.
I think so.
So while who we think is older Fenton is confessing all of this, at the very end, he reveals that the person we've been hearing this confession from is actually Adam.
He switched.
Grown up. And he has picked up his father's cause, and he kills the FBI agent. That was the twist I had forgotten about. Like I knew, I couldn't remember which brother it ended up being, but yeah.
Yeah. And then, so there's actually a couple of twists. So it's, the whole thing is him realizing, you realize it's the brother, but it's very obvious when you watch it back, because the perspective is kind of off, which is strange. And he looks, it's Matthew McConaughey, right? Mm-hmm. He looks exactly like the young boy too. I can't explain
he does.
It. The casting is so well done that even 20 years later, he looks exactly like the younger brother. So
he really does.
You kind of, when you're watching it, you're like, oh, that's weird choice. But then it's revealed. So it's revealed that happens, and it's revealed that the agent that he's talking to, he's actually there to lure and to kill. But then there's the big twist where, and this goes into your first point, Vicky. So you can take it away, but basically the God is great, God is good, and God is real because it's revealed at the end. You think that Adam's kind of a little bit, crazy. You're watching them kill all of these people throughout, and they think that they have visions. When they lay their hands on them, they see all the evil things that they do. But it's revealed at the end, Adam's like, God is going to protect me. This agent's like, oh, well, people are going to figure out it's you. And he's like, no, God will find a way. And then they go back and they try and watch the CCTV vision of what happened, and it's all kind of blurred out. And then it's revealed that Adam's a sheriff. And yeah. It's revealed that basically God has helped him, and God is helping him continue to do this work and to cover his tracks for him. And that's the ending. The ending is it is all real.
Yeah.
And it's I would say that usually these endings are more ambiguous, but this one is kind of cut and dry because of the CCTV that shows the blur. There is no way that someone just one little bit would be blurred if there wasn't some kind of something going on.
Yeah, I think, you hit the nail on the head, because I feel like in previous times we've talked about religious movies, I feel like sometimes they shy away from what the heck?
God won't let you speak.
Yeah, seriously, I'm being silenced.
You were fine before this.
Seriously, I've literally been fine all day. What the hell? Like genuinely, I'm kind of freaking out. In previous movies, when we've talked about religion, I feel like they tend to toe the line a little bit, because most filmmakers probably, or studios even, don't want to make a definitive choice like that. Maybe you see that in kind of indie studios and things like that. But this one, like you said, it tells you at the end that this was real. They were being shielded. Somebody please get her a lodge. Sorry. I'll run off and get something in a second. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting, and I want to hear from the chat as well. What this ending, especially if you've seen it or if you're just hearing it, I guess, what this means for you, and for you, Emma, to answer to. So is God supporting what these men are doing? So are we to assume that the message of the movie is God is the true villain? Because it is kind of a gray area, because I guess, I don't know, I would play devil's advocate, that I don't know, we don't know 100% everybody that they kill in this movie was a bad person. I would even say the FBI agent, he doesn't definitively say if he did what he did. Whatever he said could be interpreted many different ways. You know what I mean? I don't fully agree. that the visions that we're seeing are true because Adam is an extremely unreliable narrator.
Yes. Yeah.
Because this started when I think he's meant to be like 7 or something when he starts. Extremely unreliable.
Yeah.
So do we even know if God has anything to do with this? But like, so God has then decided that these men get to play like judge, jury, and executioner also for these bad people. But I just find it interesting that the movie takes such a firm stance.
Yes, I totally agree. If you need to run off, that's totally fine. If you need to go get some more or whatever. I totally agree, but I also see it as for everyone in the chat, just us guys, we can talk about whatever we want. We hijacked Vicky's channel. Sorry, I'm trying to act normal for 1 second. It's quite hard. For me, because it's just the CCT vision that really kind of sways me in the messaging, because without that, you can read it both ways in terms of mental illness or anything else happening. And like Rob said in the comments, another supernatural entity, if it is like the bad one, if it's Satan or something bad that's actually controlling them and making them do this. So I think that's where for me everything changed, because there is no other really way to interpret that point. I'm talking about the CCTV again.
Got it.
And I guess as well for me, because Bill Paxton is so close to this and he has done other religious media, I think that I have to take it with the film intent as just trying to be a twisted story that gets you, than it meaning anything overarching about bad or good. It's just meant to be like twisty from the start and like a really cool concept, because it doesn't make any sense in terms of who's what the actual messaging would be if it is God, which it is. Sure. Which kind of goes into my point about the characters within the film. I feel like that is doubled down on, because there are such evil caricatures of humans. So when they lay their hands on them later in the film, it was revealed what they actually did. And they I read somewhere, I don't know if I put it in here, but I did read somewhere that, oh yeah, here we go, the trivia, that Bill Paxton planned to have the demon's crimes shown when the dad first touched them, but James Cameron actually suggested that they change that, and the information is a surprise twist later, showing that the flashes and the reveals were true, or at least to them, about seeing something. Because when you see the dad lay hands on these people, you see the son kind of just freak out, and you're not too sure if it's like a shared hallucination or the son's just like kind of buying into whatever the dad's doing, because you're not seeing what the dad's seeing until later. So that's kind of with the twist, and to make you think later, oh wow, it was revealed to be real. But also what he actually sees is so crazy. I mean, from the start, there is a part where they kill like a man or a demon who they visit, and they like knock on his door, and he comes to answer it, and he's like, who the hell are you, kind of thing. And then his partner in the house, a woman in the house, yells out like, who's at the door? And he goes, mind your business, bitch. And it's just like such a straightforward, like, oh, he's the evil one, he's the demon. And that is a pattern that happens throughout the film. The older man they kill, the dad says that he was killing babies, which is such like, like the satanic panic, throwing like babies to the sharks, like killing babies. But when they reveal the flash, you just see it's a very suggestive scene of like a little girl in the backseat of a car and him like pulling her legs, but she's not even a baby. So I feel like it was just kind of blanket statements to make people, okay, well, these are evil, because that is one of the most evil things you can do is hurt a child like that. Right. And there's also when the cop, so the guy at the end, is revealed that he killed his mother, but the way that they show the scene again is like this over the top caricature. I feel like it's very Stephen King-esque, a lot of the characters in this, because it is very cut and dry. He goes up and he like kills his mother while she's like hanging up the laundry, and it's like all white sheets, and it's this blood splatter all across everything. So again, if he's a cop, not really the smartest way to kill someone, like DNA evidence in broad daylight. Lots of things like this that I felt like it was just very obvious that they're like, this is a bad person because they, you know, they killed an old lady or they did something to a kid, and it wasn't really how a lot of crimes play out. It seems like there was a lot of serial killers maybe in their small town, which makes no fucking sense. So that's why I feel like the film is just like basically for twist and just for the plot instead of really meaning anything deeper to me, because it's just so straightforward and so cut and dry in so many elements and with the characters. Yeah.
That's
from
true.
memory what the agent was about. Yeah, he is a bad, well, he killed his mother. So yeah, that's how I see that one.
Well, they might be reacting to what I said, where it's like it's still. I mean, all that happens is he lays his hands on him. We see the vision, and he just, because he says what they say out loud. What Adam says is, "Your mother's killer was never caught." And then the guy just says, "How did you know?" He didn't confirm anything. That's all I'm saying.
No, he didn't.
I'm just being an asshole about it.
Also. No, you're right. But I wish it was open all the way through. If that CCT vision was like cut, or like the, you know, the electricity was like cut, or it went black, or it just didn't film, that would be more of a, okay, that could be a coincidence. But the way it's like blurred out as he's walking across the room, if you watch it, that's the one bit that just gets me.
It's also like, the other agent or whatever, because another agent like literally sees him the night before, and
he's like, I can't remember him, and
he's like, it's just a blur, like
So that's why I feel like it, and that's at one of the very last scenes. So I guess you are still meant to be wondering whether it is happening or isn't happening, and then it's kind of confirmed. So I wish they kept it more, ambiguous, but they just wanted one last twist to get in there. Although there is like a final twist, which I think goes into my I have a point here about the way what they do to women characters in this film. The last twist is that you see that he's a police officer. Adam's a police officer now, and he also has like a pregnant wife. The pregnant wife prop. Just to add that the evil is growing. So this would not pass a Bechdel test, I don't think. So the only, I think it's really interesting what this film says about mental health, and I know you have a bit on this as well, because it is just the three men in the house, and they take out, I guess, the Fenton, is that his name? He's trying to be like, Dad, you need help, and no one's listening. And so the mother has passed before the film starts, and then there's no real other representation of a woman, honestly, until one part where they kill a nurse. And it's just, it's a lot. So they kill her, and then and it's really, that's probably the most excruciating. Oh, maybe not. The old man was pretty bad too, the way they like kidnap her and tie her up, and I think she's the first kill, is she not? Maybe
the nurse.
Yeah. It's pretty brutal, and kind of using her as a prop to show how evil the dad is. And then nothing really again until we see the pregnant lady at the end, who really does not bring anything. I think showing that he was a sheriff was enough. They didn't really have to show that he had like a family, and the pregnant wife was gonna, you know, be the spawn of Satan or whatever the fuck.
I think that was kind of the point, to be like, it's just gonna continue.
Yeah, the cycle. So I just thought it was interesting. But I think that also speaks to the point of the film with mental health and men like not speaking about it properly. So really, if you want to say there's any message in there, I think that could be it. But again, then we have the God issue where God is real in this one, and he did it. So yes,
God's all that. He's evil. Yeah, that's like a really scary like part of this, at least to me, like one of the scariest scenes aside from like the actual murdering, but it's like so unsettling, is the first time like Bill Paxton, like he puts his sons to bed. Like it's like you see like their dynamic leading up to this, and it's like all really sweet, right? Like they you know,
they're cute kids.
They're cute kids. He obviously really loves his kids, and you're like, oh, this is nice. They go to bed, And then it's like he wakes them up in the middle of the night, like out of nowhere, almost like it's kind of like an episode or something like that, where he's like, I got a message from an angel that I need to defeat. You know what I mean? Like, to like how unsettling that is, as like to have like your one caregiver be like
turn on you.
Turn on you and kind of start to present as like as unstable, which is really scary as a kid. And like you said, nobody really listens to Fenton. He tries to go to the sheriff, who just drags him back to his house, and neither of them are like believing him at all or wanna. And obviously we know that's like, you know, God would have had something to do with that, but you know, whatever. I feel like there's also like the montage that happens after. I feel like it was kind of suggesting that like the dad was keeping them up at night, because it's like there's like a whole montage and Fenton is like falling asleep in class and stuff like that. Which I think, I'm not an expert, I think this sometimes can speak to like forms of abuse and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For in children.
Definitely problems at home. Definitely.
And then and then he obviously uses religion as a means to control the kids. So like when Fenton goes and gets the sheriff, which I won't go into details on this because I think you have some really good notes about this, and he ends up killing the sheriff to cover his tracks. But he like locks Fenton in that basement until like God talks to him. Which obviously emotionally like scars him long enough, and he becomes the God's hand killer, like likely from the trauma caused by this. And then I think I read somewhere it's like he becomes the God's hand killer. I think somebody says so Adam will come and kill him later on because he's doing bad things. But
it's that part is confusing, that he kills his brother, for me a little bit. But yeah, I think also we get a lot of the push and pull from Fenton going back and saying no to his dad and being the only person who stands up to his dad, which his dad makes him dig up giant, basically the hole, which becomes like the basement. And he has to do it with his hands, and he's so stubborn that he would rather do it with his bare hands than to wear gloves. And there's this kind of like push pull, and it's meant to be because you're hearing the story told through who you believe is Fenton. You're thinking that you're watching the arc of him become like turn into a believer, when you realize you're just watching like straight up like child abuse and him never believing what happened and him being completely screwed up because of it, which shows the end where Fenton is like heavily drinking and still like never got over the issues, alone in his like apartment or whatever, his house, and he has like all of these flyers and posters and stuff up. So definitely doubles down on that and that idea, which is why, again, I wish it was more ambiguous, because there is a huge if God in this film is real and these are truly demons and what is happening, you know, is just or whatever they've been told to do. Why should an innocent child have to be so screwed up from it, and their whole life is a sacrifice for this kind of abuse, and he never really gets over it? And if God is great, why does good things happen to, or bad things happen to good people, you know, vice versa, whatever.
Right. 1,000%. And I don't know that this was like the kind of movie to, like, I don't think that was the purpose. Like, what they were trying to do to go into that. But then it brings up those like huge existential questions of like, well, what's the point of this? Like, what are we saying? God is bad?
Yeah, exactly. Which is the whole point of Does This Offend You, to be honest, guys, because that's why we're here, because we don't talk, we go, oh my God, I love the twist in this film, but we don't have to talk about like the responsibility it has. Not that it really does, but I think that this film became so beloved because of the twist and because of the acting and because of, I guess, like the disturbing factor, the shocking moments in it. So then people do want to try and read more into it, but I really do think that it's just like an interesting story and it's not really trying to say too much because I think it's just like in a vacuum where it's like, this is what is happening in this reality. And the twist is that it was all real.
Right.
It's interesting.
It is. I think, well, obviously we're going to look for like deeper stuff because that's the point.
We do.
But I think, that's like our job. I also think people are probably just going to like inherently look for that though, for this kind of movie though, because it involves religion. They might do that a little bit more than another kind of theme or topic, I guess.
Yeah. And I think as well, because Bill Paxton is so beloved and that he directed this film. And Big Love. Have you watched Big Love? The Mormon show he did? It's so fucking good. It's so good. If honestly, if no one has seen the TV show Big Love, you need to watch it if you're interested in like the Mormon sister wives of it all. It's like a drama. It's so good. The cast is phenomenal. And has one of the best endings of TV. And I'll triple down on that. And so seeing him do other religious works, that's what makes me quite interested in what his intent was with this film. So yeah, I guess it's one of those. Yeah, it's just interesting, but it's such a fun film to revisit because you're like, wow, this really is quite disturbing but still very mainstream. So super interesting. On what Vicky was saying about down in the basement, and I guess is this what you're talking about, the demon blood?
Yeah.
So I
didn't even clock that, to be honest.
Yeah, me either. But when you rewatch it and you kind of know the twist, and I was like remembering the twist as I was going, I was like, it's so obvious with the Adam and just the wording and how they were saying certain things. And I remembered the flashbacks, and there was no flashbacks yet. So I was like, wait, I know that there's like a reveal coming with this. But also, it says that when they slay a demon, there is never any blood on the weapons. Also, they're given 3 weapons, and I couldn't figure out what the third weapon was because one's like a pipe, one's an axe, and then they never say what the third one is. And I think it might be the sun.
Oh, the 3 things he has to get?
Yeah.
Was the gloves not it? Because they have the whole thing where he finds the gloves in the barn. Oh,
that would be it. I was like, where is the other one?
Not really like a weapon, but that's the only other thing I could think of. Yeah.
But there is no blood. There's no splatter shown on anything. And when they dig the graves, they're shown as sweaty and dirty, but never bloody. However, when Fenton gets the sheriff and the dad is forced to kill a man who is not a demon, so they have to kill a man to cover their tracks of what they have done because the sheriff finds out. There is blood everywhere. That's one of the only scenes where there's blood everywhere. It's on the axe, it's on the father's hands, it's on the shirt, and it's even on Fenton's face. And this is to show that the demons weren't men. Again, another sign of like the truth in there that they don't have blood because did demons not have blood?
I don't know.
But the father says, when we are God's hands, we cannot be seen. Or to something effect. I don't know. Did I cut that off? Something like that.
Maybe when we're in God's hands or something.
When
like
we're
that,
in
maybe?
God's hands, we cannot be seen. I don't know. Something like that.
Something like that. You get it.
Yes. So just to show that that they are meant to be killing them and they're not really of this world, I guess. So there are signs, and they're pretty straightforward signs too. I even read this other one at the start. They sing that song, which I only knew from The Simpsons, where the kids sing the song about if the devil doesn't like it, he can sit on attack. Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
And Fenton sings the part of the demon. He goes, ouch. Yeah. And people are saying, like, I guess people reading into it so much, but every single line and everything kind of like is a foreshadowing of what's to come. So it's throughout the whole film. It's very, very obvious when you watch it back. It's almost like too obvious. But I think that's fun. I love that when it's like in plain sight.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy because as soon as I read it, I was like, I've seen this movie a couple times now, and I did not even notice.
Didn't pick it. Yeah.
Didn't pick it at all.
So lots of interesting stuff in there. And I guess that's when you have such a straightforward story with those very bound by those twists. It's really fun to create those elements and add those extra parts to it.
Yeah. No,
That's all my stuff, I think.
Yeah. I got all mine.
You got all else?
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, hold on. Emma, are you offended?
No, I can read that on the screen. I understand what you're saying. No, I'm not offended. I really like this film. It's kind of like, it's got that like, it's not 90s, isn't it? It's 2001, but it's got that kind of 90s like thriller flair that I love. And I love anything religious. So I love it. In fact, you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not offended. I think there are parts that are a little hard to watch, so it's not one that I rewatch very often, but I was not mad that I had to rewatch it for this. So not offended though. But would love to hear in the chat also.
Yeah, let us know, guys.
Offended. I feel like with religion, I feel like this is the time where I expect to hear it the most.
Yeah. And we might with the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not.
Some great performances by those kids. Honestly, yeah.
I totally agree.
I agree. Peter Pan and that other kid.
The other child.
The other child. I don't know what he was in, so I got nothing.
No, I haven't got anything either. I do not know this man.
I'm sorry to say.
I saw him walking down the street.
I wouldn't know a thing.
I don't know. Yep, that's the one. Let's try to look it up quickly.
Okay. Heretic?
Yes.
Heretic. The other kid. Oh, shit! Okay,
it's Matt O'Leary.
I take back what I said. And I should have put some respect on that kid's name. I'm sorry.
He's got a famous name. Matt O'Leary.
Oh. Yeah.
That's a very famous sound. He's in heaps of stuff, guys.
Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. I loved that movie as a kid.
Oh, he's in the Santa... Is it Santa Clarita?
Oh, yeah, with like Drew Barrymore.
He's in that. He's only in one episode.
Okay.
Never mind.
Well, damn. Okay.
Since Sorority Row, 2009.
Sorry to that kid.
He's in 3 episodes of CSI.
Oh, damn.
3 episodes. Oh my god, he's in Spy Kids 3, guys. Game over.
Oh,
he's Gary Giggles.
Shit, he is in Spy Kids 3.
Oh my god, he's in Brick. He's like a main character in Brick. Have you seen the movie Brick from 2005?
No, but I can't believe that's Spy Kids 3.
I can't believe he's in Brick. Now that's where I know him from. He's in Brick. I love that you got the Spy Kids got you. The Brick got me. He's in a lot actually.
Shit.
I take it back.
All right, yeah, I take that back. I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry to this man.
We were talking about a celebrity.
Wait. Oh, it's just a short, but he is directing a movie called Divine Intervention.
Uh-oh. Does this offend you? Short film.
Yeah. It's just a short film, but yeah. Anyway,
that's
so now
fun.
Now we know about this. Now we've educated ourselves.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, you know what? And we're all about taking accountability.
What a thing to take accountability over.
I know. Really, really sorry to Matt O'Leary.
Yeah.
You were unaware of your game, sir.
Right.
Okay. Heretic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Heretic, directed by Scott Beck, Brian Woods. This come out 2024 or 2023? Because I feel like you wrote one and I wrote the other, and I don't know which one is right.
Shit. I don't know.
I can't remember.
2024 came out.
It was 24.
It was out. It was out last year. It was last year.
That's what I thought, but I saw yours and I was like, oh shit, maybe I was wrong.
2023. Well, writing something wrong. Never.
I don't know. It was numbers, so I figured it'd be fine.
Sounds perfect.
Okay. Okay, so this one probably a little more refreshing. It took me a second. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then I remembered the cat.
He's patting a cat. Thank you so much, Dean. Love you. Sorry.
No, it's good. It's cute. It's fun.
Carry on.
Okay. All right. Heretic. All right. So we were following this one will probably be a little more fresh for everybody, but quick recap. We're following 2 Mormon missionaries, Sister Barnes, Sister Paxton, who are making the rounds, making visits. I don't know what it's called.
Witnessing.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's technically what they call it, but it's the same thing. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. No, that's what I was looking for. I couldn't remember what it was called. But they're, they have like a list. They're going to different people's.
Yeah, I think it is witness. It's still
witnessing.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sorry to anyone who, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, apologies. So
spreading
they're
the word of God.
Yeah, spreading the word of God. And they visit the house of a Mr. Reed, who they go into his house and they're discussing.
He's such a punk. Okay, keep going.
He is. They're discussing religion in his house. But during the discussion, Sister Barnes and Paxton become increasingly uncomfortable. When they try and leave, they realize they are locked inside his house. From there, Mr. Reed makes the women part of his experiment in finding the quote one true religion by locking them in his basement with a prophet of God.
He's testing them.
He is testing them.
Yeah.
So through these tests, unfortunately, Sister Barnes is killed when she challenges Mr. Reed.
Yes, exactly.
Which leaves Sister Paxton to fend for himself. She finds a basement within the basement where Mr. Reed has all these prophets, these other women locked up. And she manages to, I guess we'll get into it, however you interpret the ending, she manages to kill Mr. Reed and escape the house.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely diabolical. Every time I watch this, I'm like, oh, he's so fun and kooky and creepy and weird, and then I get really mad. He makes me really angry.
And why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's so he's awful. He's so awful. It's funny how he only locks up women too.
Yeah.
There's no men prophets down there.
Yeah.
He's such a freak. What a absolute freak. He bothers me. He bothers me dearly. Locked in a house with an educated. Yes, exactly. Yep. Educated being the quotation.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, where do you want to start with this one? Did you just want to get into what we've just kind of touched on already with his attitude?
Yeah.
He's got an attitude problem.
Yeah, let's give
he
Mr.
needs to
Reed
smile
a read.
more.
Yeah.
And talk less.
Oh my God. Yeah, let's give him a read. Yeah, so as I touched on, so the whole thing that Sister Paxton discovers through this ordeal is that the one true religion that Mr. Reed has discovered is control. Congratulations to Mr. Reed for being the first person ever to discover that every religion we know today most definitely stole some, if not all of their doctrine from ancient beliefs. Nobody had ever figured that out before. Yeah, cracked the Da Vinci Code.
Spent his whole life researching to come back with that.
Yeah, and what's he gonna do next? Relate all these religions to a board game that's based on capitalism? Wait.
Whoop.
Has zero new material for any of this. So I feel like it's a whole discussion we could get into, because he's kind of talking about all religions here, even though there is a focus on Mormonism to an extent because of Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton. I feel like just when we're talking about religion as a whole, nothing new is brought up about religion at all. From this, we know that so many religions have been used to control how people behave and live their lives. Christianity and all the different sects of Christianity are a big part in that, for sure. And really, and it is true. It's really he's doing this under the guise of just being a fucking creep and being a serial killer. Essentially, he's really just taking advantage of these two women because he believes them naive because of their religion, which I think is the important part. Because I know you have points brought up as why they're Mormons specifically, but I think part of that is he believes that they're naive because of that.
Yeah, he picked two young women who have to come and knock on his door.
So it's
he didn't go out and kidnap them.
Yeah, because he wouldn't be able to. If you think about, when you think about the serial killer heyday, all these young kind of charismatic men, he wouldn't be able to go do that. and bring them back. He had to wait. He has to wait for somebody to come to his house.
The perfect plan.
For sure.
Where do you want to start? I mean, yeah, I think it's pathetic, but I also think it's really interesting in this film that every time a woman dies, it's because they challenge him, and he thinks he's telling them something that they don't already know, but they literally, you've got to remember, these people, like, they're going and doing this every day. They want to be turning people, they want to be introducing people to their religion, so they are very well versed in talking about it. So when he says things like that, it's kind of ridiculous the way he sees them as being so naive. I also think it's really interesting because I saw a lot of people when this film first came out talk about Sophie Thatcher and her character and how they didn't see her as a stereotypical Mormon, but she was actually raised Mormon, which is one of the reasons she took the role. So I think that it just shows that there are such stereotypes about people and their beliefs, and that's exactly what Hugh Grant's character is doing. It's like stereotyping this.
Was the other actress also? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I remember.
She's
Sophie
great
Thatcher
though.
Talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's absolutely great. Let me look it up.
I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. Chloe East. Is that what her name is?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I can't remember if she was also.
Yeah, they both did.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I remember an interview where they talked about the two of them talked about that.
So I really like that. And I like that they play kind of opposite roles, but they both come together. And there's like this whole kind of, it's weird what they do with the magic underpants in the terms of like when they're on the street and they try and embarrass her at the start. Two people come and pants her, and then later she uses that. I mean, it's used as a code word, but it also wraps around to her standing up for herself, like in the house, and showing her like how she's getting bullied on the street, but later is able to stand up to this man who is like threatening her life. It's just a weird kind of arc to use, but it is like she's meant to be the more meek character, so I think that's really interesting. I guess I kind of like just touched on the same things with you as you. I think that the main issue I have is like he makes no fucking sense, because his whole point is to be like, and what is religion? What is the one true religion? Control. And what is he doing? He's just controlling everyone, because from the second these women walk into the door and the timed lock happens, there is no way they're ever going to get out. So as much as people say like, stranger danger, why don't they just leave? They had no chance. As soon as they walk in that door, their fate is sealed by him. So if he wants to talk about control, he's literally, I think it's not the one true religion. I think that it's just showing that, unfortunately, evil men getting away with things happens throughout the history of time. And he is just perpetuating the exact thing that he's trying to like pick apart, which makes no sense. I think that's really fucking silly. He also does like, the angry, he's giving angry atheist a lot in this film. Trying to push other people down, and he just chooses to do what he criticized all religions of doing, and he gets to the answer, which is like not an incorrect answer, but doesn't learn anything from it. He just does the thing. Does the exact same thing. And then just starts like kidnapping people and just doing like tests on them. And it is, for me, it's more like a psychological test that he's doing. I don't think he believes there's a true religion. I think he just is trying to test what humans will do in the situation. That's why he's taking notes. That's like the whole idea of it, whether they have to choose, whether they still will unwavering like choose religion, which is what those prophets are doing down in the cages, that they're choosing to starve themselves and be, well, he says they're choosing to be there because it's to show that like they're going to be with God afterwards. But how much can you be choosing to be there if you're locked in a cage?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they're not allowed to leave. Make it make sense. So when I was doing research for this, I thought it was pretty interesting I read this article they just call themselves Jasmine. They're a practicing member of the Church of Latter-day Saints. I'm going to give you guys the link because there's a lot here if you guys want to read it afterwards. Hopefully that works. the link.
Should. Yeah, you're good. I'll pin it.
And they break down every single element of the film. And I guess because we talk about does this offend you, they talk about what they deemed offensive as someone who is practicing in the church. But I just have a couple of statements that I thought were interesting and kind of easy to talk about without going too into depth with different themes. So they said they talk about the linking of the themes in terms of religion, and when he points to the wall and he's like, "What all these guys have in common?" And they're talking about the 12 disciples or that kind of stuff, and that's when Sophie Thatcher's character says, "That guy has a bird head." It's like she's talking about how, well, yeah, of course there's going to be, just like what we do with Does This Offend You? I mean, I'm not saying there isn't links, but like what we do with Does This Offend You? We're linking films because you're comparing two things. Sometimes you are able to find similarities. Yeah. And so they so this person, Jasmine, they say that the funny thing is Latter-day Saints don't actually oppose Mr. Reed's overarching point. We believe many ancient religions echo the original truths that got established in the beginning of creation and dispersed throughout the earth over time. So, I mean, you can take that as either way, like people finding ways to make it work into their religion. But also I just thought it was interesting because coming from someone who is in the church saying, actually, we believe that too. It's kind of like a slam dunk. And I guess that's kind of what they say as well, what Sophie says, like her character says. She's like, yeah, well, there's always going to be similarities, but you're also just combining things that are similar. You're not talking about anything that's different, which is quite easy to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
When you have a bowl of fruits, you can say they're all fruit, but like all of the different properties and, it's just, one thing I thought was really interesting was the UID plan. And I do think that UDI implant, dyslexia. And I think this is interesting because just like all religions, it depends what church you go, who is your, I don't know, pastor, preacher, whoever is like the higher up where you are, because there obviously are a lot more liberal places and a lot more conservative places. So this obviously depends on regions, who's in your community, all that kind of stuff. But Jasmine said in this article that many Latter-day Saint women choose birth control as a treatment for acne, endometriosis, PCOS, and many married Latter-day Saint couples also use birth control. So they said that it might be a private or easily misunderstood issue, and it's not really discussed very often, but it's not uncommon for someone to have or to use birth control within the church. It's not like a hard rule, but again, that depends on the church, and that's probably their perspective from their church. And then they said as a message about the film as a whole, like what they find it to mean, they said, sadly, this is really interesting, I thought, Jasmine's reaction to this. Sadly, this kind of semi-glorification of exploiting and abusing Latter-day Saint women may have unfortunate real-life consequences. I think that might be a little bit too... I don't think anyone's feeling inspired. I think that's fucking wild if someone's inspired by this. They went on to say, I hope and pray that that's not true, but the film is flirting with some dangerous messaging. As a church spokesman, Doug Addison, put it, any narrative that promotes violence against women because of their faith undermines the contributions of volunteers runs counter to the safety of the well-being of our communities. Basically, they are saying that they hope that doesn't inspire anything, but that's all horror, and especially violence against women in majority of horror movies. That's kind of like the oldest, video games are going to promote violence. Obviously, this is very specific, but I think that the reason they went for Mormonism is because it is an easy way to get them in the house. That was basically it. The door knocking and women door knocking together doesn't happen in a lot of religions. So I would like to think what you guys think about that messaging, obviously in the chat as well. But I understand the concern, and maybe this person doesn't watch a lot of horror movies and just wanted to focus on this because it's obviously on their religious website. So within the context of people watching A24 movies, I don't think that they would find this as the most wacky, but also inspiring idea and something that they would actually follow. I don't know. What do you think, Vicky?
Yeah, I can see how they got it from that, because I think I see their point. I think the movie relies on the stereotypes of Latter-day Saint women, because that's the stereotypes that Mr. Reed is relying on. So that's what's kind of at the forefront of their characterization, I think, in the movie is, we're like, I think to an extent the audience is expected to come in with similar stereotypes. Because this is not, and they kind of, but I don't know. It's like, I get it, but at the same time, I feel like if you watch the movie, though, if you're paying attention, like, they seem very self-aware, like they're not unaware of things of the world, you know what I mean? They have like a whole fast food ranking moment. They mention the Book of Mormon, the musical, like they're aware of things. And I know you have a whole bunch on this, which I'm sure you can get into. Like, they're talking about the porn at the very beginning of the movie. Like, they're not, and then of course, like, after what the scary stuff that happens to them, like, they're not these naive women. They just unfortunately fall prey to this fucking creeper. Like, that's it. Like, I get
you're
her
rooting
point
for them the entire time. You love them, and they are very likable in their own way. They balance each other out, and I think with their conversations at the start, it starts quite funny, and then when you see her get like her pants get pulled down, you also feel bad for her, and you have that sympathy for her, and you just you see him answer the door with the serial killer glasses, and you just feel that, you're that pit in your stomach, like, oh, girls, be careful. So I think you're on their side the entire time. So in terms of, I think that it is good representation, obviously not as someone who is Mormon, but I feel like it is a good as good as you can get, unfortunately, for a film that isn't preaching Mormonism and is staying quite neutral to the audience's perspective of what they believe. But shows them as full, well-rounded characters without, kind of teasing that. He's kind of a jerk for whatever he does, and I think that's a really interesting way that they play it. Having more characters where you don't have to believe the same thing as them, and it's not even showing you their beliefs, unlike Frailty, where we do see, evidence of what is the truth. You're just meant to see them as people, which I really like.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yes, the praying thing, that's exactly Kate. I love that scene. So at the end of the film, when they're like stabbed in the basement, and Sister Paxton is sitting there, and Mr. Reed is there, and she says that praying, she talks about like a study they did, and it's there is no difference with praying, and she knows it doesn't work, but she likes to do it because she says but isn't it nice to think about somebody else for once? And she says, even you, which is so sweet. And then he kind of comes over to her, and he's like dying, and she's like praying for him, and it's like kind of like in a moment of like showing his true like wormy self, where he's like pray for me, like, because he has done such evil things. It's really, really sweet. And I think, I guess, to kind of jump to the ending, because that all ties in, and with what I saw Kate say earlier about the not about the butterfly, but I guess getting out. I think a lot of audiences were split on this film because it had a dual ending structure, and this is kind of what I wish Frailty had. Because we see all of a sudden Sister Paxton is just like outside. You see her kind of like push through a window, and then all of a sudden she's outside, even though she's been trying to struggle to get out the whole time. And at the start of the film, she talks about if she came back, she wants to land on her loved ones as a butterfly, not on their face, not on their leg, or not on their arm, on their hand, to show that it's really them. And we see her kind of like go into the snow, and I think it's snowing. And there are butterfly lands on her hand, but then it's like, the reveal that it's not actually there. It does show another shot where it's like she's just kind of sitting there. And I think a lot of people criticize for it because it gives you the nice ending to the film. But for me, it is all about that speech, because she's saying how prayer doesn't work, but it's nice to think about something other than yourself. So I think for that, I think the ending while it's frustrating for the viewer, that's kind of the point. It's meant to, the whole film is about him putting the candle in front of them and saying, here is the evidence that there is no pie, but you can smell it. So do you still believe? So the whole idea of the film is, with all of the evidence, as the viewer, as the audience, what do you believe? And that's up to how you view the world and what you see and what you want to believe is nice. So I think that it actually works as a well-rounded structure on a rewatch, to see it as like a full picture and go, okay, well, this is what we're meant to absorb as the viewer. And it's really up to us how we take it. And that's life. You know what I mean? That's life, baby. Like if you want to believe there is a God and have nice thoughts about people and think that way, that's totally up to you.
Yeah.
And he's trying to control your belief and tell you what to believe. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. So I really like that idea.
Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah. I think it's also, it doesn't like, just to piggyback off of that, I think you're 1,000% right. Like the point is like, it doesn't matter if you believe or not. I think also the point is like, it doesn't matter what you believe. If it's, you know what I mean? Like, cause at the end of the day, 100%. Yeah, religion is supposed to make you a kinder person, to think of others, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's about the messaging. Yeah.
Yeah, we know the other shitty stuff that has come along with it throughout history. But like at the end, it's like, I think it doesn't matter what you believe. So even if you believe like slightly differently to Sister Paxton, you could see that ending, and like Kate says, the cinematography looks kind of dreamy and stuff, so it's like that, which, you know, kind of leads people to believe that it didn't happen, or maybe she passed on or something. Yeah, it's so like ambiguous, where it's like, it doesn't matter what you believe. You could believe that she died and maybe she's going to heaven, or you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter.
It also doesn't matter if she died so we don't actually see her live, even though she gets out. She could just easily die in the snow. She's been stabbed in the stomach, she's laying in the snow, and that butterfly lands on her. So it's do you believe that she died in that basement, or do you believe that she wants to think something nice and she got out and she died in like fresh air? At the end of the day, we're all going to the same place, and that's what the whole different jewel doors mean. You know, belief or disbelief, they both lead down to the basement, and that was meant to be like a gotcha moment where we're all going to the same place. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether she gets out of the basement or she doesn't. That's the whole point, is that she's going to the same place anyway. Yeah, which is kind of beautiful in a really sad way.
It is really beautiful in a really sad way.
Yeah. So I like that. I think that's like one time when jewel endings are frustrating. And like, I think the first time I saw it, I was, you know, you're like clinging on to see what's going to happen next. But when you watch it as like a whole picture, you're like, oh, well, this makes perfect sense. This is exactly what they've been preaching basically at you the entire time. If they give you all of the evidence, what are you going to believe based on your feelings?
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what the pie candle is about. You see the pie candle, but you want to believe that his wife is actually in the other room. So yeah. It's beautiful.
It is.
Should we talk about porn?
Yeah, I was trying to think of a way to segue to that. I'm like, I don't have anything.
That's okay. Good. I should have started with this bit. So it's very interesting. At the very start of the film, we hear Sister Paxton bring up her own logical fallacy. It is kind of silly and stupid, but she is basically slut shaming. Because she comes out and says like the moment that she believed there was like proof of divine confirmation was when she was watching an adult star. I'm obviously just don't want to repeat the word too much. And the star was going at it in a scene, and she got the soul sucked out of her. She says, she's like, you could see the moment the soul got sucked out of her when someone bangs on the door or like on the wall during the scene, and it's like, we can hear you, and you're like, and she talks about how this person lost all of their dignity in that moment, and you could see the soul sucked out of her, and that's when she believes there was God. I think it's so funny because it's the idea of her watching porn at all, and then they address that, and it's the way she kind of stumbles over a word. She's like, I'm not a watcher of that. I'm like, well, why were you?
Pornography.
Yes. And the whole point is like, she is so innocent, but why was she doing that? and then also judging this adult star in such a crazy way is so funny. And yes, and in the article I mentioned with Jasmine, they deemed this what did she say? She said she states at the particular moment that she states that a particular moment in the porno she watched somehow is this my swing? I'm trying to think which part she wrote. Okay, wait. Thank you so much for highlighting that. She said,
I didn't know if that was the quote. Yeah.
I think so. I was trying to figure it out too. She said, I'm going I'm reading these as notes and I've written them as full paragraphs. She said, not only does this inaccurate portrayal of sister missionaries come across as contrived and unnecessary from a script writing perspective, but it's honestly pretty offensive. I'm guessing most Latter-day Saints and people of other Christian faiths would probably agree. I think it's actually a really cute story to paint her character, although it's pretty if I heard someone say that in real life I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But I think it shows how naive she is and how innocent she is, and as she goes on it helps with the character building and her standing up for herself finally. So I don't know. I think it was you're meant to kind of laugh. It's meant to put you at ease because it's meant to just show this naive attachment. And it's just so crazy that that's the moment, because she's trying to have a breakdown conversation with her friend about what was the moment you knew God was real. Mine was when I was watching this. And it's just such a funny moment. And it's meant to, it really does. It's meant to do something psychologically with the audience to have them kind of like lower their guard and and feel like this kind of human weird connection with her. It works.
It is humanizing.
She's adorable. It works in a weird way.
Because you think they're gonna, again, it's playing on your expectations of them, that they're gonna be too straight-laced to even they don't even talk about that. They don't even discuss that. And then here they are just like in broad daylight on a park bench having a discussion about it like any one of us might.
Yes. And I think although Jasmine is saying that their perspective from it, I do think that you'd be also naive to think that young kids who are in this would not be curious. Or if you watch any Mormon show, you know that there is, because things are hidden and things are kept, there are loopholes. There are different ways that people explore this, and it can come out in other ways because they're not educated and it's not freely spoken about. So I think that shows that. And that's honestly, Jasmine did say that they have a problem with the magic underwear, which a lot of people have a problem with how that is discussed, because it's not really meant to be discussed outside of the church. It's meant to be a secret thing. But people are going to attach to things that make the religion different as well and make it stand out. So unfortunately, it just comes with the territory when people find out that kind of stuff about the religion. People will find it interesting and different and want to work into the characters to kind of give them more character and to show what religion they're talking about, really. Yeah. I think it's well written. I like that bit. And I love Sister Paxton. She's such a badass character. I love her in this film.
Yeah. She's a great character to follow. To follow through. Especially with her arc. Like, this is her kind of like her first time, or she's still like kind of new to going to the door-to-door witnessing or whatever it's called.
Yeah, door knocking. Yeah.
For
sure. All right.
It's a great arc.
Did we get it? I think we got it.
Yeah. I think we hit all of it. Hold on. Where's it? Boom.
I am not offended. I love this movie. I think that Mr. Reed is an asshole, and he really makes me angry. When I watch it back, he makes me really angry because he's just talking shit. And then when Sophie Thatcher's character says, like, wait, he's just like, and he just like stabs her, basically.
I know. What a like.
I like this comment.
Sorry, I was making a poll.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny. But yeah, I just feel like he, as soon as he's challenged by someone, he like puts him in a cage or kills him. And
does that not feel like what like troll like men and comments like do sometimes though, like when they disagree with you? Like if we were in real life, like I feel like you would just stab me or something.
Yeah.
Because
you don't get your way.
You don't like getting
why
trap
why trap two women in your house and try and study them if you don't actually want to hear what they have to say?
Right.
And they challenge his view of what he believes they are, and he doesn't like that, which is such a bad thing for someone who's conducting an experiment. Like such bad practice for them. So yeah, he's so awful and creepy, and the way that he spent time making that house and just a lair is just
how much think how much time and effort and money he put into just being a fucking incel.
Really. Yeah, it's just really scary stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, are you offended?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. No.
Never.
Is it grating to have to listen to his monologue,
Yeah, which is like funny for like 10 seconds, then
seriously. And it's like monologues, like he just keeps talking, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like half the horror of this is that he just won't shut up.
Yeah, the iterations of it all.
Yeah, but it is effective, so I'll
it is.
It is effective.
Oh yeah, the first time you watch it, you're like, wow, he's got a point, but it's also the point that we've always had.
Right? Yeah. I was like,
well done.
It's like I feel like you're on chapter 1 and we've been on chapter 50 for
I feel like the Monopoly thing, especially because I'm like, that's kind of that's cave paintings. Do you know what I mean? Stories were told that way, and then they went into books. Do you think that that's the same?
And then he does the whole thing with the song.
It's called evolution, like, my dude.
Dude, that's everything.
Wake up. It's almost like civilization started here, and we've moved to here. So yeah. And what is your point that someone ripped off a woman's idea for a game, and then he literally takes all women prisoners in his fucking basement? I was like, you're making a great point there, Monopoly.
Oh.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. But it works. I mean, it is as dumb as as he is. So it kind of works. It's like the right amount of like gotcha, but then also it works. It works really well. The whole thing. I love it. I love this movie. I think it's really well done. Yeah.
Okay, I did put up a poll for which one you guys find more quote unquote offensive.
Mm-hmm.
All in fun. It's not real. Not really offensive.
We're not gonna go send this into.
I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna get out my Ouija board. I'm gonna contact Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he's gonna know what you guys think.
He's gonna know what you did.
He's gonna get mad at you guys. I voted. Everyone voted?
No, only 5 votes are in. That's not everybody. I'm offended. Ozzy died this week. Thank you for the nightmare fuel. And sorry about Ozzy. Sorry about Ozzy Osbourne, I guess, for what it's worth.
Yeah, I'm sorry for you.
Sorry specifically.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you feel. Yeah, I can see how that ties in.
Like there's a lot of celebrity deaths this week.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah,
and some births.
Yeah. There's always one in particular that she's always going to herald in some big death. Okay. Frailty had it for a while, but y'all flipped it.
Oh, is it which?
Yeah, it flipped to Heretic. Interesting. Okay. Well, okay. There you have it. I tricked you guys. This is actually a
twist.
Scientific experiment. This is real, and now Heretic is the most offensive movie ever.
All right.
Locked in stone. All right.
Yeah.
We'll send it.
Oh God. Never gonna change that, guys. Can't change your thoughts, your feelings.
Nope, you can't ever do that. Sorry.
Thank you guys all so much for coming today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you again, Matt and Kate. I don't know if I might have been dying when you did this. So I'm so sorry if I didn't say thank you.
Hey, you're much better now. God is real. You do seem better. Does she not seem better?
I took when I went to run and grab something, I took something. Which I did. I genuinely was fine all day. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to like.
You were fine before.
Yeah, I'm not trying to witness to any of you guys, but literally as soon as we started, it all went downhill.
God will protect you. That's what they say in Frailty.
That is true. Well, he wasn't protecting me here, so I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Next, there'll be one next month.
Yeah, we'll do one next month.
For July. Yeah. Okay.
We may skip September, but we'll do one next month.
Yeah. So next month it'll be on Emma's channel. Let's stay tuned to see whatever we're gonna pick.
We'll figure it out.
Go do right now.
Have a fantastic evening, day, wherever you are, guys. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.